And let's start today in child's pose. Knees wide, big toes touch. Go ahead and start walking your hands forward. Slowly, slowly releasing your forehead to the mat. And let's all reach our arms out to the front of the mat, coming up on our fingertips, spider fingers. Send through the entire side body on both sides. Reach, 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 reach forward. Push your hips back to your heels as you reach forward. Take a deep inhale through your nose. Exhale, release. Release everything down to the mat. Release your elbows down. Release your heart down. Your belly rests between your thighs. And start noticing your breath. You're so close to the mat, you can probably start cultivating that Ujjayi Pranayama and start hearing yourself breathe. To start tuning into your breath in an audible manner. Take 2 more breaths here. And then slowly come onto your hands and knees for tabletop. Spread your fingers wide, setting yourself up in a tabletop. Taking some cat-cows on your next inhale, arching your back, lifting your tail up, gaze up. Exhale, pushing the mat away, protracting your shoulder blades, tucking your tail in like an angry cat. Inhale, arch your back, lift your tail up, lift your gaze up. Exhale, dome round your back, belly button presses up, spine presses to the ceiling. 2 more like this. Move with your own breath. Articulating the movement in each vertebrae. Maybe pausing in places that feel extra tight today. And then come to a neutral spine. I'll give just a beat so that we are all in a strong tabletop, sucking your belly button in, tuck your tail in slightly so that you have a flat back. Going into a bird dog, kick your right leg back, long and strong behind you. You can either point your toes or flex your toes. And if you have your balance, reach the opposite arm forward. Visualize that straight line all the way from the crown of the head to your tail. One straight long spine. And visualize one straight line from your thumb to your heel. Take 1 more inhale here. And on the exhale, reach the hand back, grab off your foot and kick the foot into the hand. Getting a hip flexor stretch. You can lift your heart up, gaze up. Feel this in your hip flexors and quads. Keep pushing away with your right hand. One more breath here. On your next inhale, reach out long and strong. One more time into bird dog. Exhale, release your hand down, your knee down. Going over to the opposite side. Kick your left leg back, long and strong behind you. Press your heel back, point your toes back, but you're actively lifting your legs either way. And then reach that opposite arm forward. And once again, pressing down with your left hand, fingers spread wide. Trying to find that core stability in this pose. Breathe. One more deep inhale here. And then on the edge, you'll reach that right hand back, kick the foot into the hand, lift your heart up. Feel that stretch in your quads, hip flexors on the left side. And then releasing on your next inhale into your bird dog. Exhale, back down. Moving your hands one palm print forward, tuck your toes and lift your hips up, downward facing dog. Spread your fingers wide. Let's all set up our down dog. We haven't done this in a while. Lift up your head, look at your hands. Hands are maybe a little bit wider than your shoulders, fingers spread wide. Index finger is kind of sort of pointing forward. You're going to push the mat away so that you can drop your head and neck, bring your closer to your thighs. Look back at your feet. Feet are hip distance apart, toes in, heels out, just slightly, so that the edges of your feet are parallel to the edges of your mat. Your heels are weighing down towards the mat. They may or may not touch. Keep pushing the mat away. Separate your shoulder blades. You don't pinch your shoulder blades behind you. And then start pedaling your legs out. Bend one knee. Press the opposite heel to the mat. And change sides. Change sides. Keep pedaling your legs out. Activating the backs of our legs, especially our calf muscles here. And then find stillness in your dog. Take one deep inhale. Exhale it out. Bend both knees, look up to the top, step, walk or jump to the top of the mat. Grab opposite elbows, take ragdoll, bend your knees a lot so that your belly is touching your thighs. So this is a lot of compression here. So bend your knees, bring your belly to touch your thighs and then let your head and neck dangle. Weigh yourself down with your elbows, grab opposite elbows, sway from side to side. Shake your head, yes. Shake your head, no. And then release your fingertips down to the mat. On your next inhale, root to rise, press your feet down and come all the way up to standing. Gentle bend in your knees as you stack one vertebrae on top of the other. And your head and neck will come up last. Stand up tall at the front of the mat. Start with some Surya Namaskaras. 3 rounds of Sunny, 3 rounds of Sandhi. And then we'll take it from there. Rooting down with both feet. Inhale as you seat both arms up to the sky. Palms touch, gaze up. Exhale, hinge at the hips, fold it all the way down. Uttanasana, let your head and neck release. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana, half lift. L shape, reach your heart forward. Exhale, bend your knees, plant your palms, take it back, high to low plank, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, Cobra or Up Dog. You can put your knees down for Cobra. Exhale, Downward Facing Dog pose. Again, if you want to make any sort of movements in Down Dog, go for it. Staying here for 3 breaths. 3. 2. Last breath. Bend your knees a lot, look up to the top. Step, walk or jump to the top of the mat. Inhale, half lift. Hands on something, reach the heart forward. Exhale, fold it down, Uttanasana, compress the front of your body. Inhale, press your feet down, rise all the way up to standing. Urdhva Hastasana, hands touch. Exhale, palms come to heart center. And down by your side. Round 2, I'll do minimal cueing now. You guys know the sequence, make it really meditative. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, back and down. Inhale, heart opens. Exhale, down dog. 3 breaths here. Bend your knees, look up to the top, step, walk or hop to the top of the mat. Inhale and half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise up all the way. Exhale, Samastitihi. And hands down by your side. Again, inhale up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift. Exhale, back and down. Inhale to a back bend. Exhale to a down dog. 3 breaths here. Bend your knees a lot, look up to the top, step, walk or lightly hop to the top of the mat. Inhale and half lift. Exhale, fold it down. Inhale, reaching up to the sky. Exhale, Samastitihi. And hands down by your side, Surya B. If you want, big toes to touch, heels slightly apart for the Ashtanga version of chair pose. Bend your knees, reach your hands and heart up. Squeeze your thighs together if your big toes are touching. Chair pose. Keep sending your hips back. In the Ashtanga version, you don't have to sit too low, but if you'd like to do that, your feet are apart. Feel free to sit low. First time around, we'll hold in some of these poses, and second time around, we'll do breath to breath. Keep squeezing your thighs together if your big toes are touching. Take one more deep inhale. And then on the exhale, belly to thighs, fold forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, half lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, take it back and down, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, back bend. Exhale, downward facing dog. Listen, right foot steps forward, left foot spins 45 degrees. Rise up, hands to your hips. Warrior 1, your back edge of the back foot is pressing strongly down with the mat, and you're lifting up through that quad muscle, keeping it really active. Your front quad muscle is working because it's bent. If it's not working, move it forward and down. Take your arms up, biceps by your ears. If your shoulders allow it, you can bring your palms together to touch and gaze up. Not necessary, entirely optional. Keep pressing down with the back edge of the back foot. That should burn. Take one more inhale here. On the exhale, hands plant down on the mat. Take it back and down. Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale to an up dog. Exhale to a down dog. Listen, left foot steps forward. Right foot spins 45 degrees. Rise up, hands on hips. Again, hips are facing forward. Unlike in Warrior 2, your hips are facing the long edge of the mat. Here the hips are facing the short edge of the mat. Your feet are on train tracks. So they are not like a bicycle, but they are on train tracks, one on each track, one on each rail, maybe. And then if you want more burn, you can move that front foot forward, bend it more deeply, and then take your arms up. Palms touch if you want, taking your gaze up to your thumbs. Sinking low with your hips, reaching high with your fingers. Take one more inhale here. Exhale, hands plant down, take it back, high to low plank. Inhale to a up dog. Exhale to a down dog, and now we rest. So warrior one, stepping forward, reaching up is one inhale in Surya B. And then after that inhale, we plant our hands down, back to Chaturanga, back to the Vinyasa. Take one more breath here. Bend your knees, look up to the top, step walk or lightly jump to the top of the mat. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, stand up tall, palms come to heart center and down by your side. Surya B, second round. This time we'll move breath to breath. If you want, big toes to touch, heels slightly apart. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, hinge and fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, take it back and down. Inhale to an up dog. Exhale to a down dog. Warrior one on the right, right foot steps forward, left foot spins. Inhale, up. Exhale, Vinyasa, back to down dog. Hands plant down. Once you're in down dog, left foot steps forward, right foot spins, rise up. Warrior one on the left. Exhale, back down, Vinyasa to down dog. And once you're in down dog, you rest. Come back to your breath. Notice if your heart is beating a little bit faster. Notice if your blood is starting to get heated up. In Ashtanga Vinyasa, typically the Surya A and Surya Bs are done right off the bat at the start of class, so that it gets our blood flowing. And then we have all those stretches, like a series of stretches, standing stretches followed by seated stretches. Bend your knees, look up to the top, step walk or lightly hop to the top of the mat. Inhale and half lift, reach the heart forward. Exhale and inhale to chair pose, bend your knees, lift your heart. Exhale, stand up tall, palms come to heart center and down by your side. Third and last round, minimal cueing. So remember to step forward to warrior one and then take it back down on the next exhale. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, hinge and fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, Chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Warrior one on the right, rise up. Exhale, take it down, Vinyasa to down dog. Once in down dog, warrior one on the left, rise up. Take it back, Vinyasa to down dog. And now we rest in down dog. You notice if your heart rate's gotten a little bit faster. Last breath. Bend your knees a lot, look up to the top, step walk or lightly hop to the top of the mat. Inhale, half lift. Exhale and fold. Inhale to chair pose. Exhale, stand up tall, palms come to heart center and down by your side. Tree pose. Actually, let's take a couple of breaths here. Just standing meditation, one hand to your heart, one hand to your belly. Maybe close your eyes. Notice your heart beating against your hand. Then gently open your eyes. Stick it to tree pose. So rooting down with your left foot, strengthening our calf muscles and our balance, our core. Lift your right knee up. Open your hip and then plant that foot either as a kickstand above your ankle or above your knee. Your choice. Hands come to heart center, zip up through the left side of your body. So you don't want to have sassy hips. Grow your tree if you want. Your calf muscles, your ankle, all working on the left side. Notice the stability they provide. Hands come to heart center. Bring your right knee out front and kick that right leg out without dropping it. Hold it here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and gently with control bring that foot down. Shake it out. What do you feel in your left ankle? Where do you feel this? Other side, rooting down with your right foot. Bring your left knee up, open the left hip, and plant that foot wherever you did on the other side, finding your balance. Hands to heart center, zip up through the right side of the body. So this is really important, no sassy hips. And then grow your tree if you want to. Hands come to heart center. Bring your left knee out front and then kick that foot out. Hold it there for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Shake it out. And slowly go down to the floor with a vinyasa. Inhale as you sweep arms up to the sky. Exhale, fold it forward. Inhale, half lift, reach the heart forward. Exhale, take it back and down. Inhale to an up dog or a cobra pose. Exhale to child's pose, knees wide. Sit your bum back and reach your arms forward. Slowly come up, slither forward. Drop your hips down. Come all the way down. Tops of the feet touch the mat. You don't have your toes stuck. Elbows underneath your shoulders. Palms spread. Fingers spread wide. Sphinx pose. Draw your heart through your upper arms. Your forearms are parallel to each other. You're going to do a dolphin plank, staying here like this. So your forearms are parallel to each other. You don't want to clasp your fingers. I'm not sure why, but that's the way we do it in yoga. Tuck your toes in. On your next inhale, lift your hips up. Stay here. Protract your shoulder blades. Hips and shoulders at the same level. So don't pike your hips up too much. At the same time, don't let them sag too much. Hold it here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Coming back to your Sphinx pose. Untuck your toes and reach your heart up. Take one deep inhale and exhale it out. Round 2, press your forearms down, tuck your toes in, lift your hips up. Press your heels back, squeeze those quad muscles. Strong plank for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Dropping those hips down. Untuck your toes. Pull your heart through. Last round, tuck your toes in, press your forearms down, lift your hips up, hold it here, press your heels back. keep that body really strong, like it's a single plank of wood. Hold it here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 2, 2, 2, 2, 1, and down. And tuck your toes. One forearm on top of the other, forehead on your forearms, wiggle your hips out. Keeping your right forearm parallel to the front edge of the mat. Actually, let's start with the left. Left forearm is parallel to the front of the mat. Reach back with your right hand and grab a hold of the right foot. Pull it into your bum for a quad stretch. Keep both hip bones facing down. And release. Other side, right forearm parallel to the front of the mat. Reach back with your left hand, grabbing that left foot, pressing the heel into your bum. And slowly release. Pick yourself up and swing your legs forward for Dandasana, staff pose. Kind of a foundational pose in the second half of Ashtanga practice. We always come back to Dandasana and then we do each of the stretches and the vinyasas in between. So I'm going to sit on a blanket just so that, we are all sitting on a blanket and none of our backs are rounded. So you can fold up the blanket any number of times and then sit at the edge of the blanket. This will make sure that your pelvis is slightly tilted forward and you can sit up nice and tall. From here, we're going to do some compression exercises. Reach those legs forward, really pressing the heels to the front wall. Hands by your side, starting with Dandasana. Your hands are not behind you, they're not in front of you, they're right by your side. If your hands don't reach the mat, that's when you would need blocks. Press the hands down, tuck your chin in slightly so that the back of your neck is long, your spine is nice and long. Stay here, take a deep inhale and a smooth exhale. This is Dandasana, foundational pose. Hands behind your head now. From here we go to Paschimottanasana, but we're going to do some compound rolls first. Keep those legs nice and strong and long. Take a deep inhale as you open your heart, lengthen the spine. Exhale with a straight spine, hinge at the hips and fold forward. Inhale back up. Exhale, hinge and fold. Inhale back up. Exhale, hinge forward, fold. Inhale back up. Exhale, this time hinge forward. Reach for your ankle, your toes, your shin even, doesn't matter. Whatever you can grab. Inhale, as you lift your heart up, reach your heart forward. Exhale, make space with your belly. Fold over those legs, compressing your belly to your thighs. Hold it here. Inhale. Exhale. You can also use a strap if you want. Inhale. Exhale. Last one. Deep inhale as you reach your heart forward. Maybe lift up, look up at your toes. Exhale it out. On your next inhale, lift up, look up, reach the heart forward. Exhale and release. Bring your right knee in. We're going to do those L-sit drills. So, right thigh and belly, no space. So, really hug it in tight. Sit up tall. We're going to lift up and down the left leg for 10. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, listen, 1, hold it up, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Rub it out if your quads are feeling it, and then we go over to the other side. Actually, let's take a twist. Let's do something nice for ourselves. So hold the right knee in, and then let's do a Marichyasana with the left leg extended. Inhale as you reach the left arm up. Exhale as you bring that left elbow over on the other side of the right knee, or hug that right knee in. Either way, twist to the right. Right fingers behind just for support. Inhale here. And smoothly exhale it out. And slowly turn and face the front. Let's go over to the other side, extending your right leg, hug your left knee in. Again, make sure there's no space between your belly and your thigh. Lifting up, using your hands to lift up like you're a sage sitting under a tree. Your right leg is extended. You're going to go up and down now with the right leg and try to hold it up at the end of it. 10, 9, 8, already I can feel myself leaning back. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and hold for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. And rub it out. Let's take a twist. Right arm reaches up, twisting over to the left, elbow on the outside, or hug it in. Left fingers are behind you just for support as a touch point. Breathe here. Enjoy the twist. And slowly turn and face forward. Cross your ankles, remove the blanket, roll forward to a downward facing dog. Maybe bend one knee, pedaling your legs out. Maybe swaying your hips. Anything to help your legs feel better. From here, on your next inhale, you're going to go into a Anjaneyasana sequence. So lift your right leg up, three-legged dog. Bend your knee, stack open your hip. Take a deep inhale here. And then on the exhale, bring that leg through between your hands, drop the back knee, rise up to Anjaneyasana. Come up and then make a basket with your fingers. Plant the fingers on top of your knee and pull the flesh away from your hips towards your knee and sink your hips down. Notice how much deeper the stretch goes in your left hip flexor. So you're pulling the flesh away from your right hip towards your knee using these fingers on top of your knee. And when you feel comfortable, you can reach those fingers by your ears. Sink your hips low. Reach your fingers high. One more inhale here. And the exhale, open twist to the right. Twisting your belly to your right knee, the front knee, and opening wide. Deep inhale here. And then on the exhale, windmill your arms, dropping your left hand to behind your left thigh, reaching the right arm up and over to a half camel. Left hand behind your thigh, or maybe behind your shin, or maybe you reach your heel, it doesn't matter. Reach up and over, keep those hips pressing forward and down. We are still in a hip flexor stretch. Take one more deep inhale here. And then exhale, return to the front, hands to your heart center, tuck your back toes in and lift to a crescent lunge. Find your balance. Working on strengthening that ankle on the right side now. Take one more inhale here. And exhale, drop your hands down, take it back, downward facing dog. One more breath here just to return to equilibrium. Deep inhale. Long exhale. On your next inhale, left leg up, three-legged dog. Bend your knees, stack, open your hip. Keep pressing the knee up to the sky, towards the sky. One more deep inhale here. And then on the exhale, bring that foot through between your hands. Drop your back knee for Anjaneyasana. Rise up. Make a basket with your fingers. Fingers on, then pull the flesh away from your hip towards your knee and sink your hips low. As you sink your hips low, keep pulling the flesh away. Notice it gets deeper into your right hip flexor. Reach your fingers up. And then on your next inhale, reach those fingers up to the sky. And then on the exhale, twist open to the left, opening your arms wide. Take one more breath here, inhale. And then on the exhale, windmill your hands down, right hand behind your right thigh. Left arm reaches up and over for a half camel. Keep pressing your hips forward and down. You're still in that same lunge pose. Inhale, reaching all 10 fingers up to the sky. I'm going to lift up to a crescent lunge, tuck those back toes in, and lift straight up into a crescent lunge. Working on ankle stability. Working on calf strength. One more inhale here. Exhale, drop those hands down, take it back, downward facing dog pose. Deep inhale and down dog. And a long exhale. One more deep inhale and down dog. And a smooth exhale. I'm going through the sequence one more time. So this time, from crescent lunge, you're going to step forward. Find that balance. Use that strength, one leg strength. Step forward with one knee up. And then go back to our tree pose, if possible, right from there. Inhale, right leg up, three-legged dog. Bend your knee, stack, open that hip. Take one more deep inhale here. Exhale, bring that leg through, plant it between your hands, drop your back knee, rise up, Anjaneyasana, drop your hips low, lift those fingers high. Now you know how it feels to stretch those hips close, so keep dropping your hips low, keep lifting up through your chest. Deep inhale here, exhale, open twist to the right. One more inhale here. Exhale, drop that left hand behind, reach that right arm up to a half camel. Nothing moves in your lower body. So deep hip flexor stretch here, reaching up and over. Inhale, come back to Anjaneyasana, reaching all 10 fingers up. And a long exhale. Tuck your back toes and lift up, crescent lunge. Hands come to your heart center, lean forward. A lot of weight is on your front foot now, a lot of weight. Keep shifting your weight to your front foot and step forward with your left knee out in front. From here, tree pose. One more time, opening the hip up, planting the foot either above or below your knee. Growing your tree if you want to. Hands come to heart center. Bring the left knee out. Kick that left leg out. Hold it here. Lift it high for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And take it back all the way to a crescent lunge. Reaching those fingers up. Deep inhale. Exhale. Hands down to down dog. We're skipping the vinyasas today. One deep inhale here. One long exhale. Inhale, left leg up. Three-legged dog. Bend your knees, stack open that hip. One more deep inhale here. Exhale, bring that leg through, plant it between your hands, rise up, drop your back knee, Anjaneyasana. Hips low, heart high. Hips low, heart high. Deep inhale here. Exhale, open twist to the left. Inhale here. And then on the exhale, half camel, right hand behind you, left hand up and over. Keep pressing the hips back and down. Forward and down, forward and down. Take a deep inhale here. Exhale it out. Inhale, Anjaneyasana, all 10 fingers reach up to the sky. Exhale here, tuck your back toes in. On your next inhale, lift up to a crescent lunge. Hands come to heart center. Shift your weight to the front foot. Shift, shift, shift. A lot of weight on the front foot so that your back foot is really light. And you can step forward right from here with knee out in front. Take your tree pose. Wherever you want to plant your foot. Growing your tree only if you want to. Finding that brief moment of equanimity here. Hands come back to heart center, right knee out front and kick that right foot out. Hold it here. Breathe for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And slowly take that leg all the way back to a crescent lunge, reaching those fingertips up. Deep inhale. Exhale, hands down. Take it back to a plank pose. Hold it in plank. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop your knees, child's pose. How is your body feeling now? Slowly come up. Swing those legs forward. One more set of L-sit drills. So this time, I'm going to do it slightly differently from last time around. Again, sitting up tall. Use a blanket if you need to. If you feel like you're going to round your back as you're going to lift your leg, sit up on a blanket. If not, sitting on the floor. One block on either side of each foot, on the outside of each foot, on the outside of each foot. From here, maybe sitting on a blanket, maybe sitting on the floor, it doesn't matter. You want to make sure your back is not rounding. Keep those legs nice and strong. I'm going to lift that leg over and back 10 times on the right, 10 times on the left. And then we're going to see if we can lift both legs over. So let's go. 1, starting with the right or left, doesn't matter. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Lift over to the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, leg nice and active, 9, 10. Now both legs, okay? Maybe you can keep your fingertips on the mat. Let's go. 1, just 5, 2, try not to lean back, 3, 4, and 5. And release. Take a deep breath in and a long breath out. Take the block, plant it in the middle, maybe flat, and put your heels on top of it. I'm going to do the upper body stuff now. So we did the hip flexor strength, but we didn't work on the shoulder strength. So maybe next time we'll focus more on that first. But hands by your hips or anywhere in between your knees and hips, but they are not behind you. So hands somewhere here by your hips or in between your hips and knees. Spread your fingers wide. Round your back like we did Paschimottanasana. When we did Paschimottanasana, we did that compression of belly to thighs. So similarly, round your back, protract your shoulder blades, press the mat away, lean forward on your next inhale, press the mat, lift your hips up, pull your hips back, finding that compression, exhale down. We're going to do 10 of that. Up and down. 3 and down. 4 and down. 5, how high can you lift your hips? And down. 6, compress and down. 7, lean forward, compress and down. 8 and down. 9 and down. Last one, 10. This time you'll hold, press down, lean forward, round your shoulders and lift up. Hold it here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and down. You should feel the burn in your core and your arms. Release. Remove the block. Center yourself on the mat. Keep that strap close by for your hamstring stretch. And grab the backs of your thighs and slowly come all the way down to the mat. Plant your feet down. Make sure your lower back is glued to the mat. And hug your right knee into your chest. Loop the strap on the arch of the right foot. And bring that right leg up. Keep your shoulders relaxed. Press your right heel up to the ceiling. Breathe into your hamstring. And let go of the strap. Keep the leg lifted. Use your strength to keep the leg lifted. And we're going to point and flex. Point, flex, point, flex, point, flex, point, flex, and slowly release. Other side, bring your left knee into your chest. Loop the strap on the left leg, arch of the left foot. And pick that left leg up. Keep pressing the heel up to the ceiling. Keep pressing the low back into the mat. And allow the leg to fall towards your face. Release the strap, keep the leg up. We're going to point and flex now. Point, flex, point, flex, point, flex, point, flex, and release. So both feet are on the mat now. You're going to do those a variation of the sliders. If we had the sliders, we would just use the sliders. But we're just going to do a variation of that. So feet are on the mat. Maybe you can graze the backs of the heels with your longest finger. On your next inhale, press your feet down and bring your hips up. So you're not jetting your hip bones up. Your knees are in line with your hips to your shoulders. From here, 1 foot at a time, you're going to walk the feet out to the front of the mat, keeping the hips lifted. Keeping the hips lifted, keep walking it out, keep walking it out, keep walking it out. When you cannot reach any further, start bringing it back, 1 foot at a time. Keep the hips lifted off the mat, and then when you bring it back in, let's take it out again. Maybe start with the opposite foot, start walking the feet out, 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 until your legs are almost straight, and then slowly start bringing them in. This is where your hamstrings are engaged. 2 more like this. Out, 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 in, in, in. Walk them out as far as you can with your hips lifted, your legs going straight. One last one. Out, 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 and this time hold it here, hold it here, hips lifted, feet are all the way to the mat, you're feeling your hamstrings engage, and then bring it back, 1 foot at a time, slowly, 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 slowly. Take a deep inhale here. Exhale it out. So you're in a bridge pose now. Still hips are not down. You're in bridge pose. Maybe you can graze the backs of your heels with your longest finger. And if so, I want you to move your feet out towards the front of the mat. Feet still planted on the mat, but feet are a little bit further away now. So when the feet are closer to the mat, to the bum, the glutes are working. When they're further away from the bum, the hamstrings are working. From here, we are going to do bridge lifts. Take a deep inhale here. Exhale, lower it down. Inhale, lift up, feel those hamstrings. Exhale and lower. Inhale, lift up, feel those hamstrings, especially the space between the bum and the hamstring. Exhale down. Inhale, lift up. Exhale down. 2 more like this. Inhale, lift up, press your feet down, lift your hips up. Exhale down. Last one, press your feet down, lift your hips up, hold it here. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale, keep pressing your feet down. Inhale. Exhale, slowly lower it down, vertebrae by vertebrae, bringing your tailbone down last. Hug both knees into your chest, and giving your glutes and hamstrings some love. Rock from side to side, giving your back some love. And then take happy baby pose, separate your knees wide, and grab the outside pinky side of your foot. Gently bring your kneecaps to the outside of your armpit. And slowly come back to center. Drop those feet down. You're ready for your Shavasana, your final resting pose. If you want, take one block, place it underneath your bum, or underneath anywhere, underneath your sacrum, I would say. Your feet are planted on the mat. Make yourself comfortable on the block. Release your hips on the block, and then extend one leg out at a time. So gentle hip flexor stretch, because we did so much of that in the class. It's just one bonus kind of resting pose, yin pose, to add to the benefits. And from here, release your shoulders down, close your eyes, maybe bringing one hand to your heart, one hand to your belly, or taking your arms wide, palms facing up. Find yourselves in your final resting pose, eyes closed and soft. Your body relaxed, returning to your natural breath. Staying here for just a couple of minutes, noticing anything that came up during practice, maybe being curious about it just for a second and then letting it go. Stay with your breath. Notice if your mind wanders, wondering about what you're going to eat for dinner. Gently bring it back like it's a puppy. Gently, slowly, nudging it back to the present. Slowly start deepening your breath. Deep inhale through your nose. Open your mouth and sigh it out. Swallow at the back of your throat. And then take one more breath. Deep inhale. Open your mouth and sigh it out. If you have your block, bend your knees, plant your feet. Gently lift your hips up and slide the block away. Roll over to your favorite side and lift up seated position. Unmute yourself.